Well, I said a while ago I was going to talk about it, and I stand by that statement because Paramount Plus is currently in their sophomore year. And not technically, they've been around for a little bit now, but they're like content ahoy, baby. Here it comes. Endless content streaming, we're not stopping. You liked Monster High movie? I did. I really liked Monster High movie. How about something aimed for you specifically, you old white guy? I say old for a guy in his 20s. Blue's Big City Adventure. So I was going to talk about it. I'm talking about it. This was teased as No Way Home, but for the Blue's Clues gang. So let's talk about that a little bit. I am 25. I am of the generation that grew up with Blue's Clues. I had Steve. Steve was awesome. I also knew a little bit about Joe. I can't remember them at all, but I know specifically I've seen both of those guys. Josh is the one who is not my guy. He's the more modern rebooted actor to play these guys, but watching this movie, it really solidified something in my mind. If I ever wanted to be an actor, which I have no intention of really doing, I'd want this kind of job. You know, you get to be on a children's program, on a green screen, talking to things that aren't there, looking directly into camera, just having a good time. That's what I'd want. Like, that is what I do now. And if you're telling me I could do that and teach kids about art and drawing and food and manners, I'm like, yeah, that's the dream. That's the dream job. So when they announced this movie, it's like, hey, here's the behind the scenes photos with all of the guys together. And I'm like, yeah, I can dig that. I already said before, Blue is probably the one cartoon dog I'd love to have in my life just to hold and squeeze. I love Blue. She's the best. I love everything about this movie. Look, let's get it out of the way. It's a children's program. It is made for baby people, little baby toddler people. Don't go into this expecting it to change your life. Fortunately, it did change mine. This was just great. Like, it's just cute and fun and silly. So Josh, he's got a big audition on Broadway. He has to head to New York City. So we can take the aesthetic of the actual house that he lives in Storybook Land, and he can move it over here, take it into the real setting. You know, a lot of the cartoons have kind of done that before. You know, the Smurfs are like, what if we leave Smurfville and go to the real world? It's essentially that. Because filming on real locations is kind of cheaper sometimes, if you haven't realized, but he doesn't know where he's going. He needs some guidance to figure it out there. And it's just a fun story. Look, there's so many just like really fun jokes in here where he's talking to inanimate objects and thinks they're like, hey, Mrs. Mustard, and the mustard's not real, and somebody squeezes it like, oh, they're killing it. I'm like, that is a really good joke. Or when he gets actively excited and starts singing and everyone else is like, okay. I'm like, those are funny and good and cool, and I think this guy is a genuinely talented actor. Again, this isn't like a breathtakingly suave or dynamic performance, but being able to play friendly at every turn, act against something that isn't there, is not the easiest thing to do for some people. He's doing great. I think Josh is doing fantastic. I kind of am surprised that this story didn't feature like a Blue-centric event where Blue is kind of just there along for the adventure with the guys. It's kind of surprising because I expect like, we have to go find Josh in the gang, and then Blue gets all the people together and they go find him. Doesn't really happen. That's kind of shocking and surprising in ways I wasn't really expecting. It's just really fun. It's shot beautifully. The lighting is good. The cinematography is solid. It's very much like a child-friendly Nickelodeon production. And is that a new logo they're doing for the Nickelodeon movies now? I can't remember seeing that on anything else, but it looked really cool. But of course, if you are watching this review, chances are you're a little bit older than the Joshua era of Blue's Clues, and you're familiar with Steve and Joe. They are, for some inexplicable reason, completely the idea of Toby and Andrew in No Way Home. I love it. So Steve's a little bit older, tired. He's like, you know, when it took me 3 clues to solve it, now it takes me like 4 or 5. It's funny. And I love the clip. They've been playing it around. It's on social media where Steve first opens the door and he's like, hey, it's you. It's you. Where have you been? Why are you here? Oh, you look so big. You look great. You've gotten older. And just seeing that, it really makes you smile. And again, I know it's silly and stupid, but he was a big part of a lot of people's childhoods, and the fact that he is feeling like the reverence for it and the admiration for it, and we can all just watch him have fun is really nice. And then Joe's kind of just like the goofy one who has a balloon shop and just does silly stuff. It's cute. It's fun. It worked great. The songs are enjoyable. They make for some good tunes. Weird guest stars in here that I wasn't expecting. BD Wong really shook me. I'm like, what is BD Wong doing in here? That's weird, but kind of cool. Alex Winter. It's great. I enjoyed that. And it gets really emotional at the end. Like, there are some really powerful moments in here about like finding your dreams, reaching your dreams, and doing all that kind of stuff. And there's a moment where like Josh literally looks right into the camera and thanks us for believing in him. And I'm like, this shouldn't be making me feel this way. This is a lot to process. I'm 4 years old watching this, and you're telling me I helped you achieve the impossible for your life, and I don't know if I should be the one to do that. And I think that's really cool. It's really sweet and really nice. And for some weird reason, Mr. Salt gets a lot of screen time. Like, specifically, he's like the Jiminy Cricket of this thing. It is so bizarre. So weird, but kind of fun. Cute and adorable. If you like Blue, she's in it. If you don't, hey, No Way Home for the Blues Clues crew. They're great. It's just fun seeing all those faces come back, and I'd like to see more stuff like this. You know, like, this is how you do the reverence for a children's property. It's doing it politely and fun, and everything just worked. I think it was worth every second, and it's only 74 minutes, parents. It's a quick watch if you need to sneak into the other room and go finish House of the Dragon. Throw it on for your kid. Just saying. Just saying. So Blues Big City Adventure, I am going to give a 10 out of 10. So thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Hang on, I forget how we do like the outro for this. How do we normally do that? I might need a clue. Is there a clue behind me? I wonder what happens if I Oh, that's right. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.